Today, a film premiere represents the pinnacle of cultural prestige. We expect the red carpet, the flashbulbs, and the quiet reverence of an audience waiting to critique a piece of fine art. At the start of the 20th century, however, the moving image occupied a vastly different social stratum. Early movies were treated as disposable, working-class amusements. They were screened in smoky Nickelodeons, carnival tents, and rudimentary storefront theaters designed to entertain for 5 cents a ticket. Traditional critics and the cultural elite actively dismissed these projections. To them, the camera was a mere mechanical gimmick, a technical novelty that lacked the creative soul required for serious consideration. This lack of institutional recognition trapped the medium in a vacuum. Without the formal respect of the Academy, cinema was denied the status needed to be preserved, studied, or remembered as true art. Elevating a medium into a respected cultural pillar happens through the explicit endorsement of established authorities. For centuries, the academies of Europe defined the boundaries of fine art, strictly curating which disciplines were worthy of institutional study and which remained mere craft. For the moving image to be recognized globally, it required a champion within these elite circles, someone willing to place a film reel on the same cultural pedestal as a marble statue or an operatic score. That intervention arrived in August 1932, on the shores of the Venice Lido. This stretch of the Adriatic was already a premier high society retreat for Europe's wealthiest citizens. The project was led by Count Giuseppe Volpi and the organizers of the Venice Biennale, the world's oldest contemporary art exhibition. They established the Esposizione Internazionale d'Arte Cinematografica, a festival specifically designed to rebrand the movies as a serious artistic discipline. They replaced the cramped, gritty storefronts of the past with the starlit terrace of the Hotel Excelsior. Instead of a noisy carnival tent, films were now projected in an environment of quiet, luxury-driven contemplation. By filling the audience with diplomats and intellectuals, the Biennale organizers provided the moving image with a sudden, manufactured cultural weight. In this new setting, the mechanical nature of the film reel took on a sense of occasion. The rhythmic click of the gears and the glow of the projection beam were now the centerpieces of a curated elite event. For Hollywood's festival debut, organizers chose Ruben Mamoulian's Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, a film that utilized psychological depth and complex visual techniques. This first iteration was unique for what it lacked. There were no golden lions, no formal juries, and no official prizes. The traditional hierarchy of a competition was replaced by an environment of collaborative exchange. Because there was no pressure of rivalry, the Lido became a sanctuary for international stars like Greta Garbo. They weren't there to win, they were there to witness the medium's growth. Studio executives, actors, and political figures mingled on equal terms. This mingling of Hollywood talent with the European elite provided a veneer of sophistication that the industry had previously lacked. This absence of formal competition proved that a film made in California or Paris could deeply move an audience in Italy, demonstrating that cinema had become a universal visual language. The close of the 1932 festival left organizers with a realization that would alter the future of European cultural policy. By attracting a high-spending international demographic to a seasonal resort, the event showed how artistic prestige could be leveraged to serve a nation's economic and diplomatic interests. Observing this success, neighboring nations began developing their own showcases. Within 2 decades, this model gave rise to major international festivals in Cannes and Berlin. This network of festivals established a new global pipeline, dictating how foreign films were distributed across borders and defining which titles were worthy of preservation. Venice had successfully created a reproducible blueprint for institutionalizing film appreciation on a global scale. As the 1932 festival drew to a close, the moving image occupied a new, formalized space in the global cultural hierarchy. The applause echoing across the Hotel Excelsior terrace confirmed that these films were no longer viewed as fleeting novelties, but as an art form capable of capturing the human experience forever. This was brought to you by Stalls or Circle. Thank you for listening.